Coming up, it's a prediction on the Masters tournament, and with that, a chance to win $50,000. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, this PGA is playing a major this weekend at the Augusta National Club at the Masters, and with that, a chance to win $50,000 over on the NBC Sports Predictor app. They give you the 7 groupings of golfers. You got to predict the correct golfer to win that group. If you do so, you'll win 10 points. You also got to predict a winner for that. If you give them a tournament winner, you'll win 15 points. You can get other points depending on how that golfer finishes. And then the golfer you predict to win the tournament, you got to give them a score, which you can win another 15 points, or you can win 10 or 5 points if they're with close of your prediction. All in all, it's 100 points equals $50,000. If nobody can get the perfect score, then the top scorers are the people who compete for $1,000 guaranteed prize. Again, they're at Augusta this week, competing at the Masters tournament. Par is 72. You guys know this is going to be my first ever golf video. We talked about here in the comments section with a lot of you guys. So admittedly, golf is obviously not something I follow, not something I put any amount of time into. Up until this point, I have researched it now. I've read several prediction articles, got a bunch of insiders' thoughts on who they thought would win or who they thought would do well. And then, of course, I looked up the data here on the tournament, how people score, what have you there on tournament. So that's it. But just keep in mind, I do not know anything about golf in terms of watching it. I'm not familiar with it, nothing like that. But I did pour in the time in the research. So let's see if we can win that $50,000. All right, the first grouping they give you here is Tiger Woods versus Rory McIlroy. Look, Woods' average here is 10. His last 10 appearances here at the Masters, his average place is 14th. He's got 1 win and 3 top 5s in those last 10 appearances. His average here at Augusta is 70.93. Rory McIlroy's average here is 71.61, but the odds makers really love Rory McIlroy coming in at plus 1,200, while Woods is plus 3,000. I'm going to go ahead and lean with the odd makers and take Rory McIlroy to win this group. All right, the next one here is Bryson DeChambeau versus Brooks Koepka. Look, for Koepka, his average here at Augusta is 71.5. He's got 5 rounds above par, which is 31% of his 4 tournaments. Meanwhile, for Bryson, his average here at Augusta is 72.3. He's also got 5 rounds above par, but for 41% because he's only competed in 3 tournaments. The thing I like about Brooks Koepka is he played last weekend. He finished the last weekend there in Houston with rounds of 65 and 65. So he come into form there, ended up getting a tied for 5th place finish. I'm going to lean on that. He doing really well in Houston last week. So go ahead and give me Brooks Koepka. Hopefully I'm getting these names of these golfers right. I have no idea. All right, the next group in here is Jon Rahm versus Justin Thomas. Look, Rahm's average in 3 tournaments here at Augusta is 70.5. He's got 4 rounds above par, which is 25%. His worst finish here at Augusta is tied for 27th. His best finish is 4th. Justin Thomas average here is 72 in 4 tournaments, 8 tournaments above par, which is 50%. His worst here is 39th. His best is tied for 12th. I'm going to go ahead and take Jon Rahm. Better stats all over, and his odds are plus 900. Thomas's are plus 1,200. The next one here, we've got Colin Morikawa versus Matthew Wolff. Both of these guys the odds are the same at plus 3,300. Both of them, it's their first time at Augusta, so no average data here to go off of. And neither one played last weekend in Houston. Colin, though, did miss his first 2 cuts when he started this season, so maybe he's a slow starter. And a complete guess, I'm going to go ahead and say Matthew Wolff. The next one we got here is Dustin Johnson versus Patrick Reed. You got Dustin Johnson at plus 1,200. Hey, look, his average finish here at Augusta is 71.83 per round of golf. He was the runner-up in 2019. He's finished top 10 in his last 4 starts here at Augusta. I really like that. And last week in Houston, he finished tied for 2nd. Reed, on the other hand, he's competed at Augusta 6 times. He's missed the cut 2 of those times. He was the winner in 2018, but otherwise his best finish is tied for 22nd. His average finish here at Augusta is 72.5 with 11 rounds above par. Go ahead and give me Dustin Johnson. Again, better numbers. Was really hot last week there in Houston, and he's got the better odds here. All right, the next one here, we've got Xander versus Patrick Cantley. Look, Cantley's average is 72.4. He's got 6 rounds above par, which is 60%. Xander average is 71.5. He's only got 3 rounds above par, which is 38%. A lot of the articles I read, prediction articles leading up to this, thought Patrick Cantley had a pretty good opportunity to make a top 5, make a top 10. I found that in a couple articles that I read. So in another complete guess, because there's not much data here to go off of, I'm going to say Patrick Cantley is the better of these two guys. And then the last one here is we got Phil Mickelson up against Jordan Spieth. Look, both of these guys missed the cut last week in Houston. Spieth's total score was 144. Mickelson's total was 149. Mickelson's average here at Augusta is 71.3. Spieth checks in with a better average at 70.1. He's got the better odds at plus 5,000 as opposed to Mickelson's plus 6,600. I'm going to go ahead and say Jordan Spieth outduels Phil Mickelson here. And then you got to give him a winner there. My winner is going to be Dustin Johnson. Look, I'm taking Dustin Johnson, and the last 5 winners here at Augusta, their average relation to par was at -12. So I'll go ahead and lock Dustin Johnson here as my winner at -12 strokes. And that's how I'm going to round out my chances for $50,000 on this weekend's Augusta tournament. Go help. Hopefully I've been a help for you. Again, guys, don't know golf hole too much, but took the time, read some prediction articles, looked up some of their key numbers here at Augusta. Hope I've been enough help to you. Otherwise, good luck on your own picks and your chance to compete for $50,000 on this weekend's Masters tournament. I'm Jason Mattis, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.